Sure, KeeperStop.com has the gloves and equipment to play your best, but what separates us is that we are goalkeepers, and we are here to answer your goalkeeper equipment questions.
Hey guys, this is Jesse from Goal Line Back. I'm the owner. At Goal Line, we focus specifically on goalkeeping, strength, and conditioning. So today, we're going to cover the 5 best plyometric exercises for intermediate to advanced goalkeepers. So if you watched the beginner portion of this, you would know how important and how much I want to focus on single leg landings. So what we're going to do to start, my first favorite exercise, as we covered in the beginner portion, is going to start with the squat jump. Now from the squat jump, we're just going to start back again with our hands back, weight loaded on our glutes and our quads, and from here we're just going to jump up, but instead of landing on 2, we're going to land on 1 foot. Again, being able to land on 1 foot is going to be so crucial for us as goalkeepers because everything we do is off 1 foot, and it'll also help us prevent injuries from maybe going up for a cross and say getting bumped and where we have to land on 1 foot. So we're going to be back again, weight loaded in our quads, glutes, and hamstrings. We're going to come up, jump, try to land on 1 foot. Doing this is very challenging because our body produces more force when we land than when we actually jump. So I'll demonstrate a couple. So our arms are back, we're jumping up, landing on 1 foot, and we're going to try to hold that landing for a couple seconds. Now, the big thing is, as we land, we don't want to land standing straight up. We want to land, we want to absorb that force, right? By bending our leg, keeping our butt back, chest up, kind of like we're in a set position, just on 1 leg. That should be our landing spot, except our hands are going to be back, not in front of us. So again, up. That wasn't a clean one, right? So if we're falling over either on one side, then we're not landing comfortably or properly. So as we come up, we just want to land. And again, not the cleanest of landings. We want to be able to hold our landing for a couple seconds. There we go, just like that, right? We want to be able to comfortably hold it and kind of for about a second or two to make sure we're landing cleanly. So our second exercise we're going to work on, it's going to stick with the single leg landing theme, except this time we're going to be pushing off 1 leg. So we're going to do what's called a skater jump. So a skater jump is so important as goalkeepers because we're pushing laterally from the inside of our feet. So if you notice, when we're playing the position and we're set in a proper position and we need to push laterally to one side, we're using the inside of our feet, right? So being able to comfortably do a skater jump, as you'll see, is going to be so important in helping us maybe make that save that we couldn't make before, but being able just to push off the inside of our feet and getting that extra yard or 2 that we need. So again, our starting position is going to be nice and stable on 1 foot. So all we're going to do is just push laterally as far as we can, landing on our opposite leg. So I'm in here, I'm going to push and land. Again, if you're falling over like that, we're not doing it right. We want to be able to hold that landing comfortably. So again, I'll push the other way and land, right? Push the other way. So we should be able to do, got to work on that right foot. We want to be able to do about 10 total. So we're landing 5 times on each foot. More comfortable we can get in that position and landing on 1 foot and pushing off the inside of our feet of each foot, you're going to start to see yourself get more explosive and start to get to balls that you couldn't get to before. Exercise number 3 for my favorite plyometric exercise for goalkeepers is what's going to be called a lunge jump. So here, we're going to start with 1 leg forward, our other leg back, okay, slightly above the ground, and up in this leg, we're going to be putting most of our weight onto this leg. So this is our starting position. From here, it's just going to be a basic jump and switch and land. Jump and switch and land. Now what makes the lunge jump so difficult is that, 1, our feet are staggered, so a lot of our weight is shifted into our front leg, making it a little bit harder to balance, forcing our core and our whole body to stabilize all on 1 leg. So this is really going to burn the legs out as we get more comfortable. Another thing too, when we land, we want to try to focus on landing on our back big toe, right? So that'll help us stabilize a lot more. Okay, while it may look easy, it's going to be one that we need to master because it'll strengthen the quads and the glutes tremendously. Again, all increasing our explosiveness. So here I'll just demonstrate a couple more in a row. So we're in here, we're just really focusing on landing on that back big toe and just pushing up, trying to get fully straight as we land, just so again, we're working on absorbing that force as we land. So exercise number 4 is going to be a single leg broad jump. So with this, the reason why I love single leg broad jump for goalkeepers is it'll help increase our first step acceleration and explosion. So think about it in a sense like this, right? If we're coming up for a cross, a single leg broad jump will help us push maybe up in the air or further out. But also, if we're in a set position, what the single leg broad jump will help do is that first step, maybe we need to get to a ball, a 50-50 ball, that first step will help, the broad jump, will help increase that first step to get to that through ball. So, with the single leg broad jump, we're gonna start with the 2-footed landing, just because we wanna be comfortable in absorbing our force. So, we start on one leg and we're just gonna jump as far as we can out, land on 2 legs. So again, we're in here, stabilized on 1 foot, loading into our quads and our hips, and as we land again, right into our squat jump position. So 1 foot. For this especially, you really want to make sure you're loaded, your hips are back, and you're loaded all in your quads and your glutes, because that's where we're getting our explosion from. So, lost my balance there. So again, loaded in here, swinging my arms forward, bringing them back as I land. So now, that's pretty challenging in itself. As we get comfortable landing on 2 feet and pushing off 1, we're going to try to get a little bit more advanced and land on 1 foot. So again, this is increasing our deceleration and our stability in our leg. It's the same starting position, loaded in our quads and our glutes. We're just jumping out and landing on 1 foot. Again, jumping out, arms are coming up. And again, same thing when we land on 2 feet. Arms should come forward as we jump and back as we land. And again, the same thing with the skater jump. We want to be able to comfortably hold that position as we land. Let's try our left foot. Up. Not as clean as the right. Now, when we're doing that, I really don't want you to do that unless you feel absolutely comfortable doing it. Because trying to land on 1 foot, on 1 leg like that, producing all of that force could actually get you injured. While it's good to prevent injuries, I don't recommend it for anybody younger than the age of 16. Now, exercise number 5, the 5th and final best plyometric exercise for goalkeepers. It's going to be similar to the single leg broad jump, except it's going to be a single leg bound. So typically, bounds, you're switching feet, just jumping off 1 foot to the other. But for this, we're just going to go all on 1 foot to make it a little bit more challenging. So our starting position is going to be the same as the broad jump, except from here, we're just going to continuously jump and then finally land on 1 foot. Look like this, right? 1, 2, and then land on 1 leg. The reason why I value those exercises so much is because of the force that we're continuously producing off the ground. So this will help with our explosiveness, again, our speed, that first step acceleration, everything we need to be a more explosive and a stronger, faster goalkeeper. Again, we'll go 3 in a row. So 1, 2, land. And if you don't feel comfortable, again, landing on 1 foot after those consecutive jumps, land on 2. That is perfectly fine. The big focus of this drill is the consecutive pushing off of the same leg that we're doing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there you have it, guys. Your 5 best plyometric exercises for intermediate to advanced goalkeepers. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Stay tuned for much more content. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Goalline. I'm constantly posting different exercises that I think are going to be the most beneficial to you guys as goalkeepers. Thanks. Hope you like it.